All right, guys. So this is my take on what's happening in the macro economy and how it affects projects like Shao Bank. For instance, if you are anyone that follows anything in the stock market, you'll know that we are on the brink of a big earnings season. That's where companies give us their guidance for where they see Q2, how they did in Q1. This is Shao Bank. I'm going to come back to this in a second, and I want to show you guys this. This is currently Netflix's stock after hours. Now, Netflix today, April 18th, just reported an unbelievable earnings. The street estimated 4 million new subscribers. They got 9 million. Okay. They basically doubled the street's estimate. Revenue was great. And we're going to hear the earnings call. But here's the thing. I actually sold some Netflix today. I've been selling some stock just because I'm in margin. As you guys know, Tesla's massive sell-off. You got a lot of stocks that are on the brink of breaking support, and it's because the government continues to keep spending. Inflation doesn't come down. There's no one making an argument that inflation is somehow under control. Apple, so what's going on? Well, here's what I think is happening. I think right now, with the Bitcoin happening tomorrow and all that, Bitcoin's going to trade like a speculative tech stock. It's not your store of value yet. It becomes a store of value, but probably when there's like a couple million wallet, people that are actually utilizing it, because the less volatility swings, it will become more of a store of value. Until then, Bitcoin is just a tech stock. And the Bitcoin halving is really, like I've said in previous videos, it's really just the first inning of a really cool nine inning game. So don't expect anything crazy to happen. I expect the macro environment to take over any narrative about Bitcoin, about Tesla, whatever. We are headed into what I think could be a recessionary time. And I know it's an election year, and I know that Biden needs the economy to do really, really well. It may have been the reason why they ended up just going with him as a candidate rather than Newsom, the governor from California, is they thought the economy is going to suck. We cannot get inflation under control. I don't know. I'm speculating like you are, but macro economic wins are really hard to predict. I don't see too many positive catalysts when I look at the data. Jamie Dimon just selling a bunch of his bank stock. Um, Not that that's like reading the tea leaves, but there just seems to be a lot of issues right now. Jerome Powell, the Fed, cannot get inflation under control. We've had 3 months in a row where inflation is uh, greater than what we expected. So, what does that mean? What am I doing? Well, I think right now is probably a good time if you have some like for instance, Netflix was already up 25% on the year. I said, Jonathan, take a win before their earnings. So I'm glad I did at this point and sell. And I'm trying to raise cash. I'd love to be able to buy the dip on companies like Tesla. I think Tesla has the chance to go to 123 bucks. At that point, I would become a buyer. Again, it's all because Tesla is pivoting from just being a car company to really focusing in on being an AI energy company. And with their robotics and with their full self-driving, and it's going to be a couple of years before they can actually implement their plans for a robo-taxi network, which obviously, if they get first dibs on that market, oh my gosh, the stock will have no problem. The waiting that you and I are feeling right now, sitting on Tesla, where it's like, man, the last couple of years, Tesla stock's been kind of sucky. You're just sitting waiting. I think it's all going to pay off if FSD gets approved by regulators, if it continues to improve and get the street's attention. When the street starts focusing in on how good FSD is, you're going to start hearing rumors of licensing deals. So it's not like we have to wait for the robo-taxi to actually be produced, because that's not going to happen until 2026. Um, but and then I think Tesla will sell it to fleets and they'll make, 20-30%, just like Apple does on the App Store. Tesla will now be making that per mile driven. Okay. So it might even be a good business model to own a fleet of Tesla robotaxis. I'm going to be interested in that. I'm going to be watching their August 8th event. But in the meantime, here's what I'm doing. I leave my Bitcoin alone because it's kind of my backstop. Bitcoin will be six figures eventually, because I just look at wallet growth. And as long as there's more and more users coming into Bitcoin, And there is, as the generations get older, they die off. The young people seem to really like Bitcoin as a speculative asset class. So at that point, I'm just going to leave my crypto alone. Stocks like Nvidia, everyone's expecting it north of 1,000. I don't know. The earnings, right now I'm seeing earnings, and Netflix was kind of the first big company. If you have some profit, I might trim it. Again, I want to own Nvidia, but even there's sales cycles with AI stock. And if AI becomes this commodity, like you saw Meta.ai, check it out. Facebook just released that today. I'm like, okay, ChatGPT was cool, and now there's Meta.ai, and I'm like, oh no, is AI becoming like a commodity? At least these language models. We'll see. I know Elon's working on Grok 1.5. He claims it'll be better than ChatGPT 4. Either way, guys, I'm just right now trying to get off margin, make sure you pay off debt, have some money for 6 months safety fund, because I do think there's going to be continued layoffs. I think Tesla laying off 10% of their workforce was the first of many companies that will be doing this. Rivian's going to be doing this. And that's just the car industry. I think there'll be massive layoffs, and I think we need a recession. We need a recession to actually find out the true value of things. We can't just keep printing our way and kicking it down the road. Now, it is an election year. They may just kick it down the road. And, who knows? But at this point, I'm going to continue being in projects like Shao, where it pays a daily ROI. Shao Bank is a project I've been in for months, and I just simply collect an ROI every single day. You can check them out if you're interested in these type of projects. You guys know Shao and Bruno and 101. These are projects that I've been in for a really, really long time. And it's great because they just pay me without any drama. And they pay me about 0.5 to 0.6% every single day. Now, obviously, these come with risks, but it's not like you holding on Tesla didn't come with risk. You're down 40% year to date on your holding Tesla stock. Meanwhile, year to date on this, literally year to date on Shao Bank, you've been making every day cumulatively 0.5, 0.6%. So say what you want about the space. I get DeFi is risky, but sometimes you win. By the way, go to Marketplace. You always get gifted these little cases. Check this out. It's kind of nice. You win some 30 HKD. But also remember the KCN wallet I picked up. I got 10 KCN coins. If you guys are interested, you can check out the chart. You can see it's just nothing but up and to the right. So it's increasing in value. And again, sometimes you can just play these little coins. So definitely check it out. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. Here's where you buy it. I'll leave my referral link in the description below, but that's kind of an overview of what I'm doing. I think Shao Bank is continuing to prove itself because Shao Bank has a global audience. It's not just in America. And if you go to their YouTube channel, you'll see how many languages they put their videos out. So if you like this video and you think it was informative and worth your 5 minutes of watching, everything I do is free. Just give me a subscribe and like the video. That means the world to me, and only you and God know whether you like it. Just kidding. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. I'll come back with a more professional looking video, but I wanted to give you that update. Netflix is the first indicator of things to come. If a great Netflix earnings report can't move the market upward, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a lot of people willing to take the risk of putting new capital into the markets right now. Every indicator tells us that the Fed is not going to be lowering rates. If anything, they should be heightening, raising rates. Jerome Powell doesn't want to do that on election year, but I really feel like if they were being honest, he should just do it. Just do it. Get a crash. We need it. We need people to stop spending. Sadly, it sucks, but you need people to lose jobs. You need the housing market. You need some defaults. The bank, everything's falsely propped up. When the market's falsely propped up, guys, people don't want to go risk on. And so, yeah, let me know what you think of my analysis. Where am I wrong? Where am I right? Leave me in the comments. I read every one of them and I'll respond to you. All right. Love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.